Hi, this is James Dator for SB Nation and CatScratchReader.com, your source for Carolina Panthers news and information. Today we're looking at the first 3 road games of the Panthers' 2012 season, starting Week 1 down in Tampa Bay. If you've had a chance to look at the schedule, you know Carolina faces arguably the toughest first month in the NFL. They have to face 3 divisional opponents and see the Super Bowl champion New York Giants. Okay, it might be a little bit of hyperbole to call a Week 1 game must-win, but this is their most winnable game of those first 4, and if the Panthers hope to have playoff aspirations, they need to get off to a fast start. A lot's been made about Cam Newton and whether he'll experience a sophomore slump in 2012. Well, I'm here to tell you, I wouldn't bet on it. Analysts who've been down in training camp have noted his improved footwork, his maturity as a leader, and a newfound relationship with his receivers. Cam's put in a lot of hard work this offseason, and it's going to pay off on Sundays. Don't count on him struggling. If you saw the Panthers play last year, you know how bad their run defense was. Thankfully, they've got Big Ron Edwards back in the middle, who missed last season with a tricep injury, and John Beeson is back at linebacker. But overall, it's going to be tough for the Panthers to stop the run again this year. Week 1, they see Greg Schiano, who preaches a strong north-south running game. This is exactly what the Panthers don't want to see. But if their defensive tackles can stand resolute, they'll stand a chance. The other aspect on defense that's really going to give the Panthers headaches is at cornerback, where they're going to have to contend with wide receivers Mike Williams and Vincent Jackson. Chris Gamble is an excellent corner and should be able to contend with Jackson, but the Panthers don't have an answer for Williams. 2 excellent receivers against 1 pretty good cornerback isn't a great matchup there. However, at the end of the day, I feel the Panthers' potent offense going up against Schiano in his first NFL game will end up letting Panthers come away with the win. I've got them 27-13 over the Buccaneers. The next road game comes in Week 4 as Carolina heads down to Georgia to face the Atlanta Falcons. At this stage, I've got them pegged being in a 2-1, but this is going to be a very tough fight. First of all, they have to contend with Julio Jones, arguably the most difficult player for the Panthers to contend with. He's a big, strong, powerful, athletic receiver who had as good a rookie season as A.J. Green, just without all the pomp and circumstance. They don't have a corner who's physically capable of matching up with someone like Jones, and if they're not careful, he'll eat them alive. Meanwhile, our own Steve Smith is really going to have to worry about the Falcons' secondary. They improved a lot by adding Asante Samuel, but whether it's Samuel or Brent Grimes who's covering Smith, it's not going to be an easy day for Smitty. However, he and Cam flourish in these situations, and I think he'll find a way to get the Lions' share of the receptions and come away in good stead. Again, though, the question comes up, the Carolina Panthers' defensive tackles. This time against Michael Turner, arguably one of the best north-south running backs in the NFL. Exactly what they don't want to see yet again. Ron Edwards will help. Terrell McLean's improved. Sione Fua did take leaps from his bad rookie year. However, they're still not where they need to be. Turner will get their yards, the play-action pass will start working, and ultimately I see the Panthers dropping this one 24-20. It's going to be a long wait until Week 8 where the Panthers go on the road again, this time up in Chicago. I have them at 4-2 and in a pretty good spot given the teams that they've seen. The first thing they have to contend with is Matt Forte. Last year, Forte destroyed the Panthers, much like a lot of running backs did, but nobody did it to the degree he did. He finished with over 200 rushing yards, averaging over 8 yards a carry. Whether it was him catching the ball in the backfield or running between the tackles, the Panthers had no answer. Luke Kuechly will definitely help, and the rookie out of Boston College is known for his sideline-to-sideline speed, but he's still somebody to worry about. But the big question, and one that's really going to be interesting for Panthers fans, is Cam Newton against Julius Peppers. Peppers was loved in these parts until he turned down a contract opportunity and made way for Chicago, and Cam is the new beloved son down in the Carolinas. It's going to be fascinating to see how a mobile quarterback who operates well under pressure like Cam contends with arguably the most athletic and physically gifted defensive end in the NFL. Finally, it's going to be a special teams test. For both teams, but mainly the Panthers. Devin Hester is the most talented return man in the NFL. He just is. Maybe Patrick Peterson will eclipse that, but for right now, whether it's as a kick returner or a punt returner, Hester is lightning. Even though the Panthers drastically overhauled their special teams this offseason, they still have big-time issues. They allowed more yards per kickoff and punt return than anyone in the league, and their gunners are really going to have to be on point. At the end of the day, I see this being a high-scoring affair with both offenses getting their share, but the Panthers just sneaking across at a 31-27 victory. It's going to be hard, but I don't think Matt Forte goes for 205 yards again. This will put the Panthers, after their first 3 road games, at a 5-2 record in the driving seat to make their playoff dreams come true. It's going to be difficult. Nobody said this is going to be easy, and the last half of the season gets considerably difficult, but this would be the dream scenario for the Panthers. Again, this is James Dator from Cat Scratch Reader. We talk Carolina Panthers 365 days a year, so come on over and talk with us.